Hello everybody, this is Cody Gully from Niche Gamer, and I'm here to talk about Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now I'll be the first to admit that I doubted this game's existence when it was leaked to the public. A game featuring a crossover between the Rabbids from Rayman and the Mushroom Kingdom seemed pretty far-fetched. I'm still questioning its existence after having the game in my hands, but I think that's pretty much what the developers wanted. Now, the Mushroom Kingdom has been invaded by Rabbids for some reason. I think there might have been a vortex in the sky or something. These Rabbids then decided they're going to redesign the entirety of the Mushroom Kingdom to fit closer to their aesthetic. With Goombas glued to the trees using honey, and warp pipes with Rabbids faces. This once familiar world has become an absurd abomination. Bowser has been kidnapped. Rabbids have begun to meld with familiar enemies, like the Piranha Plant, and you are escorted by a talking Roomba, along with a couple of Rabbids dressed like Luigi and Peach. Now, while I can't say I appreciate this abomination of a crossover, I can say that I enjoyed some of the gameplay mechanics. Everything is broken into two kind of phases: exploration and combat. In the exploration mode, you are wandering around the world of this new Mushroom Kingdom. You'll be collecting coins, exploring mazes, finding the series staples like the 8 red coins, or even the fastest appearing blue coins. You'll also be encouraged to find hidden treasure chests throughout the landscape, which open up new equipment options that Mario can use to improve his arsenal with the coins that he's been collecting. Now, my only complaint about this section of gameplay is that it looks pretty linear. It feels like exploration will be very light, and that you'll be just moving from one combat scenario to the next with little exploration between. But combat is where this game does impress me. I would never expect a game featuring Mario's, or even the Rabbids, to feature a combat mechanic similar to the crushing style of XCOM. In this demo, I controlled Mario wielding an arm cannon, along with 2 friendly Rabbids helping Mario out. Battles turn out to be turn-based tactical RPGs where you're facing off against other Rabbids with arm cannons, and what I think might be squads of 4. Like XCOM, you're trying to wipe out your enemy utilizing cover and understanding the probability of how likely you are to get hit. Now, cover is important in this game, as it's the main focus on whether you're actually going to hit the enemy or not. Now, this is to be somehow related to the Mushroom Kingdom, so most of the cover in this game was turned out to be the destructible bricks made famous throughout the plumber's career. Now, each time you fire on an enemy that's in cover, there's a probability that the bricks itself will be damaged. And after a few hits, the bricks will be destroyed. There are also bricks with environmental effects that can activate when hit. If, for instance, an enemy is using a fire brick as cover, and you were to accidentally hit the bricks, the enemy would go running around like a rabbit with its head caught on fire, trying to put it out, leaving it completely uncovered. There are also a few interesting techniques that make combat even more interesting than firing on a completely exposed rabbit. If you were to move your active unit onto a unit that's already taken their turn, your active unit would get a running jump to another area, which resets that character's movement limit and allows you to get into a better position. This is a great way to get yourself into a better position to fire on your enemy. You can also smash into your enemies during your movement phase without having to stop. This does a bit of damage, and if you can get back to your ally and jump off them, you'll be able to get into cover and attack as well. This all builds up into a combat system that looks great on paper and executes pretty efficiently. Sadly, the humor is absolutely terrible, much like my own. This game looks like it's trying too hard to be funny, and in doing so spoils the joke. On multiple occasions, you're able to look at the Rabbids off in the distance and see the terrible state they're in. For example, one is running in what looks like a hamster wheel and appears exhausted. However, instead of just looking at it, chuckling a bit and moving on, the game has to go out of its way to explain why it's tired, completely destroying the setup. In another instance, you see the Peach Rabbid using its phone to take selfies on multiple occasions, even while being attacked by the enemy. The first time it was funny. However, doing this over and over and over and over and over again makes my blood boil and loathe the entire thing. If you're looking for a new take on XCOM style of game, you might be in store for a fun game. Keeping your expectations low, and you might be surprised.